Hello fellow YouTubers, Trouble8385 here with YouTube Gaming Community number 65. You know how you set a schedule, you're like, I'm going to make my videos every Monday and Friday and it's going to be strict and I'm going to have them done, and my wife's friend spends the weekend and then she's leaving me alone and I've got lost the videos altogether so I can do it, and today comes around and I'm like, okay, I'm going to make sure I got everything, got to all my messages, and I'm going to go record. And the son comes back for the grandparents and he's sick and he goes to bed and let's just say he has an empty stomach. But nevertheless, the video got done anyway. Why did I do that? Because let's get to the lighthearted before we get to the not so lighthearted, and as you know is the news. Well, the news, let's talk. Everybody in the world pretty much knows what's going on in Japan. The catastrophe, the human loss, the on a scale that for us is hard to comprehend. I mean, your heart's got to go out to every single man, woman, and child who's suffering and going through what they're going through over there. But what I want to talk about is, first of all, is I can't, first of all, shout out every single video, so I'm not even going to try to shout out any of them. So many people in the community did, pray for Japan videos, did donate to Japan, give their feelings of Japan. It's just been really, really cool and awesome for people to do that in the community. But we're going to start off with Luke Morris 1's Despite the Large Earthquakes in Japan, I'm Okay. 3/12/11. And he not only does he tell you he's okay, but he also does a really good job explaining from where he lives at where most of the stuff happened, the damage and all that stuff happened in Japan. Also, I saw Maragura553 was posting comments to people saying he's alright also. But Luke Morris 1 did post a bulletin yesterday on his channel, and it says, starting tomorrow, all areas of Japan will be turning off power once or twice a day for 4 hours at a time for the next week. This is being done to conserve energy as they try to cool and shut down the nuclear reactors. This electricity saving plan will take place at different times at all different areas of Japan, once in the morning and once in the evening. The blackout will require all areas to use flashlights and candles. They want to let everybody know what is going on. Just want to let everybody know what's going on. So you have an idea what's going on there. Now, if you want to see a video of an earthquake that was not on the news, you can check out SubtLeGaming, actual footage from Japan's 8.9 earthquake, where they show just the average people in their place in Japan. You have to have a video camera, and the whole place starts shaking, and they go outside and you can see everything shaking outside. And then they go back in to show you what had happened. So if you're interested, check that out. So, other news, more happy news going on in the community. Eagle Gaming put up a video for his Hanging with Chuck channel called Hanging with Chuck 1218 Home of the Dreamcast Projects, where basically he tells people that for now he's going to be concentrating on the Hanging with Chuck channel, and in that video it shows what he'll be doing. So if you're interested, check that video out. Another good news, RetroGamerINTV or Mr. Intellivision put up a video say I'm back, where he's going to be back on YouTube. Now, before I get into totally into that video, also Jboypacman's video update for March 13th, 2011, where he says he will be cutting back his videos to YouTube. Now, what do both these videos you say have in common that I'd link them together? Well, both of those guys have talked about how they're going to be cutting back some of their collection. Now, it seems to be lately a trend in YouTube that a lot of people were getting games just to pick up videos, and now they're cutting back because they're like, you know what, I bought this game, I'm never going to play it, I don't like it, so I'm going to cut back my collection to the games I actually like. Which I think when you start on YouTube doing pickups, I think at some point that does happen to you. I know I did it for a little bit. So the other thing that happened obviously this weekend was PAX East, and some of you may have saw Splatter Trigger or Games31 or PeteDorr were streaming some video on and off throughout the weekend, which was amazing when you think you can use your cell phone to do that. Though you'd say, well, the quality is not the best, but just the fact you can stream anything from anywhere if you want to, and now let's be honest here, in a couple years that stuff may be the quality of the camera you're looking at today. But let's get to videos from PAX East, and the first one is by Mp4podcastDOTcom, and his video is Games31 at PAX East Boston playing Donkey Kong, if you're interested in that. And he also put up another video which is not PAX related, which is Wild Frontier, free retro RPG for iPhone and iPod Touch. If you want to see a video of that game, check that out. So, the next video from PAX East is by PeteDorr PAX East Playing Child of Eden and checking out the awesome boost setup. So if you want to see Child of Eden, which is a game I'm actually really excited for, check it out. And the last video from PAX is HotHArdwareVids-Valve Portal 2 demo in-game footage, where what Valve did was they had a private room showing of the game Portal 2 to the press. So if you're interested, check that video out. So now let's get to the videos to check out. And the first one is by GeekerDAys. It is a gaming charity tag where it talks about the charity he had done for people in the community. If you're interested, check that video out to see what kind of charity he's talking about and do a response. Time to do some good instead of all the other stuff going on. So next up, TradeCHat, Girl on Girl, episode 2. Chiib, or her YouTube channel is iamChiib, CHIIB, or her and the host, both two female gamers, and they're talking about her history and loving of gaming. Next up, MaximumRD's PixelForce Halo and Left 4 Dead free full games in 8-bit style. If you want to see what they look like in this video or where to go get them, check it out. So you want some flash games to say? Well, you need to check out Vsauce's 16 clever flash games, where it not only shows you the games, but below in the description are the links to see or play those games. Next up is David Hass 3L Hoff, bad review for the Game Boy. If you want to see someone dressed up in a costume, check that out, with a little humor, of course, added in. And let's say you want a pinball game. Well, check out Black Dog 7, or BLK Dog 7. No Good Golfers Pinball Review, 1997 Williams Pinball, Pat Lawler. Now, Standby Gamers has started a new video game series called Top 5 Videos of the Week, Episode 1, which he was kind of to send me a message about. And he basically takes 5 videos from the community he likes the most, and he puts them in the episode. And no, I'm not in the episode. Which I don't care, but it was kind of humbling, the simple fact that he said it was inspired from me, which quite frankly blew me away. So you should check that out. Next up is Sci-Fic, My Gaming Setup and Collection Video Room Tour. So if you want to check out a room tour, check that video out. And say you want to see somebody do a video series where it's the original game versus the sequel that you don't think is as good, then you need to check Eagle Raptor's Castlevania 1 versus Castlevania 2. So next up, let's say you want to see someone do a video series on YouTube that uses the Connection Motion technology, then you need to see the Whackers Connection Motion Capture Under the HUD, which basically it is a video of a sneak peek at the new animated series Under the HUD, motion captured using Kinect in combination with OpenNI, Breckle Connect, Motion Builder, and Maya. This series takes a comedic look at the lives of 2 very different video game characters. So, now let's get to describe your channels. As of right now, the last of the people who I know of entered. And the first one, of course, Leo Flynn was on the list because he's the one who originally gave me the ideal. But we're going to read his channel description. His channel description is, for his channel, is he does randomness, rants, reviews featuring the first take review, classic gameplay, pickups, collection vids, smooth tunes, and cold brews, and other random oddities. Next channel is OtoU272, simply a music channel celebrating video game music from retro years of video games. Video game music has been a passion of mine since I was 6 years old, and to share that through my channel over the past 2 years have been a lot of fun. I upload music, good, bad, or downright horrible, for multiple systems such as the Super Nintendo, Sega Mega Drive / Genesis, Game Boy, Arcade, Master System, NES, PlayStation, Amstrad, and Spectrum. It's a channel for those who listen to the tunes growing up and have fond memories playing the game. I created the channel simply for memories. Now, as you all know, his other channel was Oto Michiyutu, but basically, to let you all know, that channel is now dead. Basically, it's a dead channel, so he's no longer going to be doing it on that channel. And he said that for now, he is not going to talk about what he's doing with OtoU272K. So, next channel is Insert Disk Website. Basically, he says, I've been adding to my YouTube channel for a while. It's one some of the community might enjoy. The aim is very simple. Recording introductions and the first few levels of gameplay of 4 retro games. You can expect updates around 2 times per week. At the moment, I'm focusing on Sega Mega Drive / Genesis, Arcade, and Commodore Amiga. Next up is GeekerDAys. My channel is an extension of me doing what I do. I have been going to thrift stores and flea markets looking for retro stuff for years before I even had the thought about doing a YouTube channel. I'm basically trying to rebuild my old collection from when I was younger and just enjoying video games as a whole. I do pickups and I'm working on some gameplay and of course my opinions on matters. And lastly, Jboypacman13, who did a video response. I will link to that video so you can go check that out. And lastly, talking about Jboypacman13, he wanted me to let people know to check out the channel 24L Cool. He has 5 subs and he has one video, which is the Video Game Collection 1. And the other channel you should check out is the Video Game Junkie 99, because he's the one who sent me the message about RetroGamerINTV being back on YouTube. Now, our subject today for helping people, the advice for people, would be content on your channel. This is what will be the hardest thing for anybody who makes videos on YouTube, meaning the videos, the content of your videos, the videos yourself. The truth of the matter is, the easiest thing to say to people is, do your videos on what you enjoy. Actually, sit down before you do your channel, what you're going to do, and write down, what do you want your channel to be? Now, this is just an ideal. This does not mean you have to strictly stay to that ideal, because you'll find as you go along making videos that you'll do changes or things will happen that you decide to do or do that are not on that list. But that's just a base. What do you want to start your channel as? Because a lot of people on YouTube, the honest truth is, even though they say they agree that you should make videos for what you want, well, I talk to a bunch of people on Skype and get messages about this all the time. They all seem to go, well, my videos aren't getting my views aren't getting the views I want, my channel's not getting the subs as many subs as I want, and that's not the point. The truth is, in the community, there is, by the way, there is this little misconception that subscribers are very important. The truth is, views on your video are much more important than subscribers, but that's not what we're talking about right now. Your content is the most important thing. Now you're going to say, when you're first starting off, truthfully, you're not going to have any idea what exactly the format or how you're going to do your videos. You just got to wing it. It just naturally evolves. Everybody who's made videos on YouTube will tell you their channel just naturally evolves into whatever it involves. That's a lot of ways their channel takes off in directions they never ever planned on doing. But ways to help yourself out to figure out how the way you want to do your videos is check out a lot of other people's videos in the community. And the way I recommend checking out other channels on YouTube, because there may be something that they do that you say, you know what, that'll work for me. That ideal, that way that person does that, you know what, that fits me. That's what I'll do. Because when your content, it doesn't matter whether you're in front of the camera or not. The only difference between being in front of the camera or not is when you're not in front of the camera, you either your content or your personality have to shine more because people don't see you. When people see you, you can do things. You get a little bit easier break because people see you, they see you move, they see you talk, so they kind of give you more leeway than when you're not in front of the camera. But do what you love. Another thing, this is the other big thing I see a lot of the time. A lot of people seem to think, I started off doing gaming, I cannot do anything else. I cannot do anything else. And that is not true. Do what you love to do. Evolve. Maybe you start off in gaming, but the truth is what you're really good at, what you love to do is something completely different. But always be able to do what you want to do. Don't get pigeonholed. Maybe you're one channel, you're like, I feel pigeonholed, so maybe you do have to make a second channel. I know, to be honest, since I made my second channel, almost freedom in a sense of that channel. I can do whatever I want. The other thing, I know this happens a lot. A lot of people seem to have a very hard time, not your content, but letting people bully you into doing or making videos that you're not supposed to. Don't listen to them. Do what you want. It's ultimately your decision. This channel is yours. What do you want your channel to be known for? What is it good? Do you want your channel to be done the way you want to? Can you say, hey, I did that channel, hey, I'm happy with it, or do you want someone else to push you into doing it? When it comes to your content, always make sure you do what you want to do. There'll be a lot of people along the way that'll give you great suggestions on your channel. The people who are your fans or your subscribers or your friends. Starting off is always the worst part with your content. What do I do? I don't know what to do to my channel, even though you have ideals in your head of what you want to do, but at first you really don't usually go with those ideals. You usually seem to do what everybody else does because you think that's the way to get into the community. But the truth is, try what you want to do and try to do it simply in a different way than everybody else, because everybody's personality is different. Everybody's different, so everybody has a different way of bringing the same thing to the table. Don't be afraid to be different. So guys, that's all for this video. So that's all that's going on for the community, so I'll see you guys on Friday.